Hello, hello! How is everybody doing today? We are in Omono, I'm not sure how to say this ship. I'm doing a double header here because we had two pretty good, pretty short games with this ship where we just kind of rocked the house, right? So, new Japanese cruiser line, I mean newish at this point, right? Been out for a little while now. But crazy long-range torpedoes with this Tier 6 one. You get one launcher on each side of 4. Decent reload time on these, right? And I am using the newer Japanese Cruiser Commander that I do believe you can buy for Commander XP in the store now. But when this line first came out, there was a calendar event in order to get this commander, right? But I do think you can buy it for Commander XP now. So just because we had two short games here, I actually don't go through the commander loadout or build at the very end here. So if you're interested, check out some of the other check out some of my other videos. I've got other videos on this exact same ship out there where we do but then there's also, you know, the tier 7s and 8s, the Takahashi, however you say that one, right? So we are going to get one torpedo hit on this Mysore. Almost take him out with the torpedo alone. But a couple rounds hit him, plus an ally got the killing blow there, right? So that puts us up to 30,000 damage, and that's kind of where these ships shine. The torpedoes are really strong, right? So, and then with the commander build, you can make them quite a bit stronger, faster, and harder to see. So that's what we've done. So the guns kind of aren't the greatest after doing, you know, that, but it's a lot of, I think it's just fun, right? Like, if I wanted to play, like, you know, the Japanese cruiser fire starters, I would probably just rather play the other line. So we've built into torpedoes here just to have fun with the torpedoes for the most part, right? So keeping an eye on this Maya, and we are kind of taking our, picking and choosing when to fire our guns here, because we've got decent concealment here. So as you see, we just fired our guns and we got spotted, but we weren't previously spotted, right? So just kind of taking it easy there. There probably is, their enemy destroyer is probably in the B hole here, right? B zone. So he's probably going to pick us up no matter what now at this point. But we'll take some shots at the Fuso here, see if we can't trigger some fires. We do have, I don't know if there's maybe, maybe there isn't any commander perks for triggering fires at this point. Literally, like, it's almost everything is torpedoes except for like one. And then range was kind of lacking for main guns, so I do have for inspirations I did build pick the cruiser range commander guy. I think it's a Soviet commander, right? So we'll take some shots at this Maya. We did not get lucky with those torpedoes, although it was a good shot that we sent that direction. We didn't get a hit there. And almost reloaded. There we go. We will send him. It's, you know, he's shooting at us, so I don't know if he doesn't realize that we have a friendly destroyer right next to him, but he is close, so I imagine that destroyer might finish him off with his torpedoes, and sure enough he does. Let's see if we can't trigger some fires on Pensacola. There is the enemy destroyer. Trying not to, you know, we're keeping an eye that Fuso's out there. He could probably wreck us pretty good. So we're making sure not to go broadside to that battleship that's out there over by sea. He's going to most likely have better gun range than us too. So moving around, and we'll go unspotted, and then we could turn in and try and hunt him down. Yep, and you can see he's smoking right there by B. He's most likely looking at our battleship that's approaching that side. That's getting shot right now. It's taking hits. So what I'm going to do is on the port side here, we've almost got torpedoes ready. Then I triggered sonar. Just in case, we might get a torpedo on this Fuso. We'll see if he survives one from this. We get him? Yes! Oh, almost all of his damage. Alright, we're gonna send torpedo there. Ooh, is he flooding? He might be flooding. We might get that kill regardless here now. I think we're getting flood damage on him. Yep, there he goes. And now we're probably picking up the Geed. We're probably close enough for our sonar. The downside with the sonar, like the sonar, like ship detection range isn't the greatest, but it's not bad either. But I would say the downside is the sonar, like how the duration is kind of bad. Like you only get a minute, I think. So you really kind of gotta time that well. Alright, torpedoes for the Pensacola in case he comes out this way, and then we'll head towards the Geed and see if we can't finish him off. And or capture the zone. But, I mean, if these, yeah, there's his torpedoes. So, like, we stopped, you know, part of why I stopped moving in that direction was because, you know, we knew we were spotted for a second there. So if he, you know, he's going to make the assumption we're going to keep moving along the same path we were, so we changed directions after getting spotted. And then we get those 2 torpedo hits on Pensacola, so we get a devastating strike there, puts us over 100,000 damage. And hopefully we're going to surprise this destroyer as we come around the corner here and maybe be able to finish him off. There he is. He's probably got more torpedoes for us, so we will turn in and slow down. Just in case he does. I don't see any though, so we might be good. Secondary batteries might get him. The turret traverse speed's pretty bad on this tier 6, but I think once you get up to the next one, the Shimato and the Takahashi, it actually improves quite a bit, so I don't bother building into turret traverse speed at all. Just deal with the slowness at these lower tiers. We'll see what the leaderboard looks like. That should be pretty good. 3 kills, 100,000 damage, 2,600 XP, and we brought home 350,000 silver. And we've got another game queued up, right? Alright, let's do this. So yeah, since I mashed these 2 semi-short games together, I didn't go through the commander build, so that's why I did an absolute terrible job of trying to describe it to you without actually looking at it. But same ship, mono. We will kind of play the same sort of strategy here. We know which direction the enemy spawn, pretty much straight across from us for the most part. You know, they're going to move a little bit here and there, right? But we'll send torpedoes that direction, right? We've been spotted. And obviously you're not going to send them directly into the island here, so I'll kind of pick either one side or the other. That island that's way out there. And then we're just holding off firing our guns for the moment just because we aren't spotted. Just in the top left next to the mini-map we've got a 9.6 kilometer detectability range, right? So concealment's pretty decent. You can almost, like, with that, you can almost kind of feel like a destroyer here and there, right? But, you know, it's definitely not comparable to a destroyer's concealment, but yes. But it's nice to be able to use that to your advantage and get unspotted occasionally when you need to not be spotted, right? We get torpedo hit here or not. We're decently angled, but we're running into this island like an idiot. Trigger fire. And got the torpedo hit. So that Fuso out there is almost dead now. Just from that. I mean, we've only got 22,000 damage, so others have been hitting him, obviously. But there we go. Could finish him off there with another torpedo. And then yeah, so here we stopped firing our guns because we were in this vulnerable position, and there's no one close enough to us to have us spotted anymore. So we can hold off firing our guns while we're broadside here, get these torpedoes off. And kind of do some decision making here, right? Like, what do I want to do? We'll swing around so we can at least get the port side torpedoes on their way as well. And I don't know, maybe we move around to the outside? North Carolina's backing up. He did not like those torpedo hits. You saw what happened to the Fuso, I guess? He's already on fire. Maybe we can get a fire going on the Lion. Take advantage of the fact that we're ducking behind these islands, so get your cheap bullet, you know, cheap main battery shells off, your shots off. Right before ducking undercover. They're just all nice and bundled up for us right there. Good torpedo targets. Here we go with the fire. Alright, so we're hitting full reverse and turning in towards these, or turning away towards these shells that we saw coming. So even though I was zoomed in, I had already trying to dodge the bullets, right? That Aoba's got way too much health. We need to do something about that. What's this guy over here? Go case. So that is the tier 5 equivalent of this ship. Send some torps his way, or do we go for these battleships over here? Oop, somebody took one. No flood though. Puts us up to 60,000. I think we got somebody on fire out there is why our damage is still ticking up. Or was, now it just stopped. So I tripped sonar here because we know that Gokase is out there, that other, you know, that tier 5 destroyer, and he looked like he did a sort of a turnaround, right? So I was kind of like, well, maybe he sent torpedoes, and then also we haven't seen their destroyer in a while, so it's just kind of erring on the side of caution. But of course, you know, if nothing's coming, then it's a waste, and then we won't have it for a little bit while it resets, right? Or while it's on cooldown, whatever you want to call it. See if we can't trigger fire in North Carolina, and we do. I'm starting to move towards them, so we're being a little bit more aggressive. But they've been, you know, we're still keeping them at a distance, right? You know, if we just move back, then they'd be out of range, right? So main battery doesn't have the greatest range with this ship. If we can get another, he put out that fire, so we can get another one started on him here. We'll have some good burn time. So I'm always aiming a little bit high to try and get the shells to kind of plunk down on top of him. And we got those torps going towards that Aoba. I don't know why this guy's just sailing broadside, unless he's trying to send torpedoes towards us. We're gonna get him. Might get him with one. See how much damage one torpedo does to him. Oh, just barely missed. Alright. Lion, we got him on fire already, so we'll send more torpedoes his way. And if you notice, we're kind of just weaving our way up here, right? So we can send torps from both sides up back towards these guys. He's going to take one for sure. He's going to take two, that'll probably end him. Full damage on the fire. Oh, it only took one of those torpedoes to finish him off. And yep, that Aoba was sending torpedoes, so I, hindsight, probably should have waited a little bit. We know that ship has torpedoes, but I was like, no, I'm good. Let's put out this fire. Switch to AP just because we got this perfect broadside angle on him, right? And we'll turn just a little bit to see if we can't get the rear turrets on too for this next shot. And then that helps us dodge torpedoes. 4 Citadel hits there. That's pretty epic. Nice. And I don't think we're going to be able to get him. Maybe the rear turrets? Nope. We'll catch him on the other side here. Can't run or hide at this point, right? We got sonar going. So that's going to be the end of him. Another Citadel hit, finish him off, and then somebody finished off the last remaining enemy as well. So that's what ended up being a super short game there too. So yeah, Matsuji, this commander, right? That's who we're using. That's the new guy. And what were we at top? Yeah, 260,000 silver. So another good haul for that game as well. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're following. We'll see you next time.